Hey, Andrew.
Hey.
You want to build a computer?
Sure.
So we need to just stay distanced.
Okay, I'm social distancing.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday afternoon live stream. Something a little bit different. We have some bunch of computers to build, so we're kicking some things off, as well as I am moving on Friday, and Andrew is also moving next Friday. So we're gonna have to, kind of be shifting some of our streams around. Like we had a little parody starting this off as we are socially distancing, like we did on the previous stream. If you guys have not seen that, it is on YouTube. If you guys are watching us on YouTube, if you're watching us on Facebook, yes, we figured out how to multi-stream. We finally got Streamlabs to work properly. Good on audio?
Good.
All right. So I am Connor. This is Andrew, who Chris is struggling. He did get it. Awesome.
On it.
Yeah, so Chris is behind the screens, being the producer today, going through and switching all the cameras and things to that effect. So he's doing an awesome job of that so far. We adjusted all of our lighting in our scenes again, so hopefully everything, knock on wood, is working. We did test stream thanks to Andrew earlier, and just a quick little disclaimer. We'll put this out there. All of the parts that we have in front of us have been disinfected. All of the tools have been disinfected. Andrew and I are going to try to limit the amount of things being passed back and forth. Obviously, we're still building a computer, so the computer's got to go back and forth. But we have probably about 8 or 9 feet between us. Obviously, camera angles and things kind of are going to be a little bit wonky, and they look... Anyway. So I have my parts over here, and my tools, Andrew has his parts over there. When we're going to be passing things back and forth, we'll put it in the middle. Each of us, go back to our respected side, and then the other would go out and grab the part. We have them, we'll be tossing them up in the middle over here. And we just wanted to say, hope you guys are staying safe out there in the wonderful world of quarantining right now. And even though I think a lot of everything's starting to open back up as of Friday, but we're still taking precautions and everything to that effect. So we're going to go ahead and jump right on into this. I'm going to toss it on over to Andrew, and he's going to explain a little bit about this wonderful build.
Let's see if I can peek out from behind this case here. Alright, so this is Blenderizer. This is main purpose Blender, also going to be used for Premiere Pro, After Effects, and a little bit of gaming, of course. So we're going to start off with a Ryzen 9 3950X that Connor has over with him. That'll go inside a Gigabyte X570 AORUS Pro Wi-Fi.
Chris did not switch the camera. That makes me sad. I'm doing like,
doing
showing off the products like Vanna White.
There you go.
But no, Chris is just...
Okay.
It's upside down, but it's fine.
Well, anyway, and that'll be cooled with a EVGA CLC 360. So keep that 3950X nice and chilly. To store all your things in active memory, we have 64 gigs of Corsair Vengeance LPX, DDR4 3200. So Ryzen likes a little speedier RAM, so we up that for this. For storage, we've got a lot of drives going in here. We have 2 HP NVMe SSDs. One is 512 gig and one is 1 terabyte. And then also we have 2 WD Black 2 terabytes, which I believe will be going in RAID 1 for that redundancy and safety. Still not a backup solution, but still helps. For video cards, we have 2 RTX, let me see, there we go, RTX 2080 Ti hybrids. So this is pretty much as good as it gets for consumer GPU performance. Those actually will not be paired in NVLink or SLI. They will be used individually. The software can pick up both of them and use them at the same time, so that's what's important here. To power it all, we have our a 1300 watt Supernova D2. Connor's making lots of noise with
I'm trying to take the static bag out. I keep doing that.
For our case, Frac Design Meshify S2 with, you can't really see it, but it has Noctua industrial PPC fans pre-installed. Those will also be going on the radiators.
Those come from the factory No, they don't. Andrew was awesome today and came in a little early and switched out those fans so we don't have to do it on stream.
Yeah, so I think that's all the specs, so let's get building. So Connor's going to do all the motherboard and related things. I'll be starting with power supply and case related things.
The only thing that I'm going to need of you is to figure out what mounting bracket we need for the CPU cooler.
Yes.
If
I will do that.
they screw into these, or they
I think
use
it's
their
the AM4 one. But let's see.
just got to check. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is peeling off the small little stickers on the Vengeance LPX RAM, because the stickers, the protective plastic, I should say.
Peelies. They're called peelies.
The peelies. Protective plastic. So this is DDR4 RAM, which will soon be replaced, as DDR5 has been started to. I guess they're not leaks. They're confirmed speeds and all that.
Yeah, it's the JDEC specification.
Yeah. Of DDR5 is going to be coming out soon, which is up to 8,000 megahertz RAM, which is stupid insane.
It's nearly 9,000.
Yeah, it is. It's almost 9,000. So, I'd be sure.
No, I think it's this one.
I think that's the Intel.
But there's this one and there's this one.
No, that's the backplate for
That's the
Intel.
Okay.
But that one you
Oh,
just
then the
screw in
front.
because
Okay,
we
okay.
use the
Yeah.
stock backplate. So
Yeah, it's AM4 then. That's all they gave us. Alright, now we got that sorted.
now that
Now I can actually do some things over here.
Right. So I tossed in our wonderful amounts of RAM, which I honestly forgot what they already were.
64 gigs
Our
of
64
3200.
gigs of 3200 Vengeance RAM.
Yep.
Andrew is destroying things over
What?
there.
What? It was the side panel off.
No, he is taking the side panel off. I sadly did not prepare correctly and did not grab a little knife or scissors, so I will be back
No, you
here
have scissors.
momentarily.
Oh, they're over here.
Chris, if you
somehow.
can switch over to your
I'll just be installing some hard drives over here. So like I said, we have these 2 terabyte WD blacks. So these are mechanical drives, but the WD blacks are typically faster performance. They're meant for home use or light workstation use. Like the WD reds are for NAS, the purples are for storage. So these are pretty high performance as far as mechanical hard drives go.
Andrew, you need to sit down.
What?
Your head's just
Well, I
being
was working on
directly
the
cut
case.
off.
Also, where's the case hardware? I think I threw it over there somewhere. We're doing great, aren't we?
Yeah, we're doing awesome. Is it the fractal?
Yes. Fractal Mesh Phi S2.
Alright, I'll put it in the middle if you can toss me the scissors that I thought I had.
I'll
But
do a
didn't
trade.
spill.
Here you go. I have this. Anyway, what was I saying before Connor so rudely interrupted?
I know.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
talking
these-
about the colors.
Yeah, so the 2 terabyte WD blacks, I believe we're putting them in RAID 1, but Chris is going to verify that before we do so. And RAID 1, for those of you that don't know, is mirror. So anything that gets written to the drive, it'll write to both drives. So that means you only get 2 terabytes of capacity, but if one of those drives fails, you still have all your data without having to do data recovery, which is very expensive and time consuming
Yeah.
and not 100% sure thing.
No, it's like astronomically expensive. I used to do work at I interned at an like repair shop.
Yeah.
And people were like, "I need this data," and I mean, we got quotes that were some of them were a couple thousand.
Yeah, you don't want to have to deal with it.
We had one that came in, which was actually it was a RAID 10 server with 20 drives,
Oh, jeez.
and somehow they still had lost data.
Did they have a what's it called? RAID card?
I do not remember. All we knew was we were just a drop-off point, so they just dropped it off to us, and we packaged them up and then sent them out.
Yeah. I also,
And their quote was astronomical.
Oh yeah. If you have to go to a professional place with a clean room and stuff, you're just
Yeah, because they pull apart the drives completely.
yeah, you're donezo. So, and as I mentioned during the intro briefly, RAID is not a backup solution. It definitely helps, but you should always have a backup solution in place off-site, so that if something happens like a fire and your whole PC is destroyed, you still have all your data.
Well, I always heard the rule of threes, which is one on site, one on the computer, one backup on the computer as well.
Yes.
One on site and then one off site.
Yeah, I've heard on
So
the
typically-
machine, backed up on premise. So
Mhm.
like maybe
A server.
somewhere, yeah, in the building, and then off site of course as well.
Or if you have, I think I watched Linus's video when he did the Hacksmith. Did you see that one? There's a fireproof NAS, and it's like basically fireproof, shockproof, like destroy proof, like it's everything proof. And I guess technically you could then do it there for an on-site if you,
Yeah.
but that's still pushing it. You should definitely still back it up off-site as well.
Let's be honest though, best part of that video was the miniature Tesla. Actually, I think that was in the separate video.
That was a
about
separate
that.
video,
But still, the miniature Tesla. That was great.
which ironically costs
Cybertruck.
more. It costs
It costs them
more than the
to
Tesla.
make. Yeah, because they don't have economies of scale and all that good stuff.
So,
When are we getting-
Andrew, what is this computer used for? Like I asked earlier, you
Oh.
said Blender, but is that
Like I
actually-
mentioned in the intro, Blender. So that is animation and 3D modeling. For those of you who are not familiar, Premiere.
Face out from behind the case.
No, I like my case. I'm actually gonna move it a little bit. I'm not using it at the moment.
Yeah, because you have a lot of space on
Yeah,
your
I know,
left side.
I feel confined behind it.
That's fair.
So Premiere Pro as well. So that is video editing. So if you're going to put together like a YouTube video or anything like that, you would use Premiere. After Effects, which is mostly used for the visual effects that go into videos. So if you want to edit a clip to have a big explosion behind you, use After Effects and then integrate it into the video in Premiere. And then also, of course, some gaming. You got that 3950X, you got some 2080 Ti. I think you can play a little game. What do you think?
But will it run Crisis?
Maybe not. Space pinball only.
Oh yeah. It's funny because there are going to be people out there that may be watching this that do not know what Space Pinball is.
Oh no.
Current.
Because I don't think Space Pinball is still on Windows 10.
No.
No.
Did you know it was actually a demo of a game?
Really?
So there is, I forget what it's called, but that is one of a few pinball games that you could buy for XP. And each one had a different theme. Space Cadet was just one of them.
I did not know that.
So it was they made a deal with Microsoft to bake the demo into Windows XP.
Windows XP.
And yeah,
Insane.
that was
That's
a
actually really
childhood
interesting.
game.
That was you didn't have internet. You knew what you were playing.
Yeah, so like my grandparents had a computer that ran XP, but they didn't have internet. It didn't have a graphics card, of course. So
Yeah, naturally.
you play Space Pinball. You just hear those sounds and it takes you back. I think it was only in XP. I don't think it was in '98 or anything.
I thought it was in even 7. But I could be
I don't
wrong,
think it was
because
in
7 was a weird
I
little...
don't think it was in 7. It might have been in '98 though.
I do
Because
actively
XP came
remember
out 2000 or 2000? No, 2001.
that. 2001, yep.
7 came out. Oh gosh.
It
Testing my knowledge now.
should be 2007, but
You would hope.
if you believe Microsoft's naming scheme,
What happened to Windows 9, Connor? We're gonna ask the real questions.
right?
Let's see. We went XP 7, 8, 10.
All right, I have
Oh,
all
this
of the motherboard all sorted out, so I'm now waiting on you to install the hard drives.
I'm doing my best, Connor.
You're fine.
Why don't you monologue about something?
I monologue about something?
Yeah. What do you know a lot about?
Now I'm put on the spot and I don't. Ramble on about telecom.
Name 3
but-
cereals quickly.
Name 3 cereals: Captain Crunch, Fruit Loops, and Cheerios.
Oh,
There we go.
I was gonna say Special K, but that's a good one too. You ever had people do that in like elementary school? Run up to you, like grab your arm and twist it. Name 3 cereals.
No. In our Discord, we like to play the it's like the linking game where you name 2 things, 2 completely separate objects,
Yeah.
and you have to figure out a way how they're linked.
Oh jeez.
Oh, and it's wild.
So give me a good example of those.
So a good example of one of those is like, okay, you need to link like the moon and peanut butter. Like 2 absolutely obscure things.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, Neil Armstrong went to the moon, he ate peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and damn peanut butter.
I was gonna say they might have taken it on the spaceship because it's
They
like
could have.
it's a
So you're trying the goal is to create the like shortest amount of kind of like jumps between them.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, they get wild.
Oh, I'm sure.
Also, we are kind of monitoring chat. Chris is definitely monitoring chat.
Yeah.
Andrew has the.
I'm off camera right now installing drives.
Yeah. Andrew has the computer over there that's setting up, or that has YouTube pulled up, I believe.
Okay, so those...
I see all the comments and things on our monitor, but it's very far away, so I just kind of see one lines of things.
It's just Blender for sure. Okay, that's what Derek said.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I was trying to jump in there, but you guys were like right in the middle.
That's
Oh,
fine.
sorry, we're running the show here.
Also,
Go.
we have fire extinguisher just in case the computer runs too fast. We have one.
So, would you like to put the motherboard in here while I get this ready?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright.
So toss it on in the middle and
Well, I'm not going to toss it, but I will gently
heave it. Strong
place
man it.
Right over. Yeah. Alright, and then kind of go and retrieve that.
We only have two hard drives.
Windows 9. So the reason I saw this in a YouTube video a while ago, so my memory may be bad or they may have just been wrong.
They may have just been wrong.
The reason I saw that Windows 9 did not happen was for backwards compatibility on certain programs. So Windows 95 and 98 both contain the words Windows space 9. And when XP and ME and some other OSs came around that were not following that 90-something scheme, some developers of programs had put checks in that if the name of the OS contains Windows 9, then you work this way, you use these parameters. So if Microsoft had released Windows 9, those older programs may have actually broken, which is not good, because like nuclear facilities are probably still running like 95.
They could be, if not older.
Yeah, but just backwards compatibility has always been huge for Windows. There's actually, I believe even 10, there is a way you can enter DOS mode. Like it's super deep and buried.
I'm like on the struggle bus right now trying to get the side panel off.
You take you just kind of pry the back forward.
Ah, was it for?
Yeah, it's got those ball joint things.
I was trying to pull it off the back and I was like, wow, how in the world did you get this in?
Yeah. But anyway, that's the reason I heard that there was not Windows 9.
I'm gonna stand up and hopefully, relatively in frame. Sorry, that was the back plate, which we're gonna have to leave off for now because we have a hole in the back for it. We don't have anything securing that on yet, as of this moment. You have the motherboard screws.
Tell you what, watching two chats and make sure that we don't like.
Oh yeah, you're busy.
It's a lot.
Ow! That was aggressive.
I didn't even look that well. I hope those are the right ones.
YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. There may be buffering.
Which one, YouTube?
Yeah.
Go in Task Manager and check your network adapter activity.
We're still pushing.
It is the other ones. It's the weird ones that don't look like motherboard screws.
Network is at 3%.
Are you sure? You think it's
4%.
those are the only ones that there's more than 4 of, so.
Andrew?
Huh?
You wanna come over here?
I'm watching it back on the laptop and it looks fine on YouTube.
Okay.
No, it's the thick
Task
chunk
manager.
boys.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, we're still having some office construction. So we don't quite have Ethernet run everywhere that we like right now, so we're
These are not the right screws.
we're roughing out on Wi-Fi. Neither of those are right?
Nope. There's another one.
Those
which-
are the only ones I have.
No, they're
There's
not.
power
They're not like
supply?
those flatheads. They're just like they look like normal screws with like a round head.
That is literally all I have.
Really?
Yeah, from the motherboard. I'm pretty sure it's the first ones I threw at you.
They are not.
Oh no, it's the second ones I threw at you.
Aha! No.
Yeah, it says right here, motherboard and reservoir bracket screw.
Yep, I got them. For some reason,
Was there another
you thought
bag
it was the second one, but I grabbed the first bag and then
It's like, this
was
is
like, wait a
these
second,
or-
these are the same screws. Then I was very confused. That was my bad.
Only the finest work here at Coughlin.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the one thing that I'm not a huge fan about Fractal is they don't label their screw bags.
No, but it's on the box.
Yeah, it's on the box. Yeah.
I mean,
But also,
Now-
you would not think that these are the motherboard screws because
But-
you would always think that the like flat head.
yeah, they're supposed to have a bigger head on them.
Yeah.
Now we can agree that Fantex does it best. The plastic organizer.
Yes.
10 million IQ. It costs them next to nothing.
10 million IQ.
So nice.
It absolutely is.
Alright, so this is CPU 1. So we're going to plug it into CPU 1.
Yes, and this is a 4 and 8.
4 and an 8, so 2 8s.
So 2 8s.
Oh wait, this is VGA cable. I was not reading that. Okay.
I am not gonna set the camera on Andrew because
What? Am I not in frame?
I've had it on Connor for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Just no one likes me.
Since when?
Okay. Witness this. I'm installing a SATA harness right now.
Yes. Please.
Because we have 2 drives and the fan controller that all want SATA power. This one has... that might be kind of close though. I don't know if the spacing will be correct on that one. Okay. Install.
And I am tossed in the motherboard if that was not... yeah, you guys can't really see it. Normally we have top cam, which is normally this camera, and normally front cam, which is Andrew's camera. But obviously we've now switched over to a... I don't know what you would call a newscaster style, I guess.
Social distancing.
Social distancing style. Yep.
Have you seen some of the newscasters? They're working from home.
No.
So they'll have like the TV station logo on their TV in their living room. They're standing in front of it.
I did see, like, the draft was really disappointing this year because everyone is just like, oh, hey, I got chosen. They're just sitting on their couch and, like, nobody cares.
Yeah, I didn't even watch it. I like watching their, sometimes they'll have, like, crazy outfits at those draft events.
Yeah.
That's the fun part.
But one guy was literally in a full-on bathrobe.
Heck yeah.
On just live TV.
Oh, man.
It's like, hey, congratulations, you just got a, $100 million some odd contract. Yeah, I'm in a bathrobe.
Alright, I'm going to run 2 SATA harnesses, because I think the drives are going to be too far.
Yeah, I would. And then that way it also adds upgradability in case future.
Sure, we'll go with that.
And we don't have to,
That's the reason.
So we've hit 4 people concurrently watching on each platform.
Ew, I wonder if it's the same people.
I'm no rocket scientist, but I think that's 8.
Yeah, so if you guys are watching this on Facebook, welcome. Probably this is the first time that you guys have seen us on this platform in a very long time. We have figured out a wonderful way on how to stream to multiple different platforms. And if you are watching this on YouTube, welcome again, because you probably have watched our previous ones, or at least we hope you have. And if you are on Facebook and you want to see more of our builds, you can either check out our website, which is topflightpc.com, or you can jump over to YouTube, which we don't actually know which one is quicker on the latency between streams, but I guess we shall find out.
Would you care to give me the power supply bracket? I should have taken that off for you.
Yeah.
And then I can
One's in the center.
this into the case. And we'll be good to go. Hopefully the amount of...
I'm gonna hide now behind.
Oh, you're pulling
I'm
the
pulling
Andrew.
the Andrew. Actually, I'll spin this around so you guys can see.
Nope.
Yep, Chris changed it. Ah, motherboard's in. Ooh.
Ooh.
Trying to get like the lighting in there, the right angles. There we go.
Hopefully the amount of prep that we actually managed to do today will let us finish in a reasonable amount of time.
Yes, indeed.
It's 6:30.
For the first time in a long time. It's 6:30?
Yep.
I think we're on good pace.
Yeah. Must have.
We all know Connor's cable management takes the most time, but
Yeah,
we'll get there.
but hey, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Typically.
And PCs that aren't mine. I sent you that Snapchat of the way that my SSDs were hanging for several months.
Yes, he sent me a Snapchat, and I kid you not, like the case was here. Chris, switch over.
I did.
Yeah, so the case was here, and his SSDs were flopped over
There's
on
no back panel.
no back panel,
Just
and they're
hanging
just
by the
held in
SATA
by the
cables.
cables.
They were I actually had to move them a little bit because they were knocking against the window that they were in front of. Look
And
at
this
it.
is the person building.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah,
I really need those installed quickly, so they were installed.
they were quickly installed.
Was that in the way?
It's totally in the way they can't see anything.
Okay, well these are empty, so we can.
And can you get that cardboard?
And I am now
Here.
just
But I like the
throwing some cabling. Chris is trying to do some cleaning up on the other side.
Chris is policing us.
Where Chris is pleased.
Alright, power supply is ready.
You wanna toss that on in the center, and I'll
Sure. I'll slide it in there.
shove it on.
I'm actually bringing these over here. Huh? I'm gonna show. If you want to switch to my cam, Chris, I will open these reference cards and show. Huh?
Look at how you're holding it.
What? You can hold it by the tube.
We got 7 watching on Facebook.
Heyo. Maybe we should just go back to Facebook.
Oh jeez. But anyway, how are you supposed to open these things like bags?
Carefully. And then they have like 7.9 million little like
Got all these
protective
warning:
doodly-doos.
electrostatic sensitive component. Do not enter.
Do not enter.
It's like the Area 51 of graphics cards. Alright, so let me hold this up so you guys can see it pretty well. So these are the graphics cards we'll be installing today. They are EVGA's 2080 Ti hybrid cards. So this is, as I said earlier, as good as it gets for consumer graphics cards. Obviously you can go Quadros or you can go Titans. But
Those are very like niche specific.
yeah, what is a Titan? Like 2,500
Yeah.
NVMe?
Yep.
And then a Quadro, the cheapest Quadro is like what, 5,000?
That's the most expensive quadro.
No, there's more expensive.
Well,
Okay, well, it's still $5,000.
it effectively typed it up.
Yeah, like, so these are very high performance graphics cards, and the fun thing about hybrid cards is they have that fan that can do some cooling if it's just at idle or it's cooling the VRMs. But then when it starts kicking in, it'll turn on the fan on the radiator here. We have our Noctua PVCs installed, and that'll let it stay nice and cool, especially when they're installed next to each other in our motherboard. Because one of the big issues with SLI has always been one card getting starved for air by the other one.
But these are not going to be in SLI.
No, well, no. They'll be installed near each other, but not linked in that way. You can't even actually put these in SLI anymore. It's only NVLink. NVLink. So I'm going to zip tie some cables here while I wait for Connor.
Now just attempting to get the CPU power in.
Well,
Guess what our CPU load is at?
7.
6.
Between 6 and 8.
Ha! Wait, we were both.
Hey, I was 7.
We were both right.
Andrew, can you double check, because I think you installed a VGA power instead of a CPU power.
I installed 2 of each.
Well, this one only has a singular 8 on it, and this is
What's read the
VGA.
connector? Does it say VGA?
Yeah.
Oh, darn. Okay.
I was trying to plug it in. I was like, wow, this is actually being really weird. I was like, why is there a 6+2 on here?
Chris made me move the
And I was
box.
like,
after
this
you
isn't supposed to be right.
Ah, yeah. That's a single.
Oh boy, now I need to like.
Now you get to your horse doctor. Are these all single VGA? They don't have. Okay, there's a dual.
There should be one that is it's a.
There you go.
Thank you.
Gotta stay far away. Is the other one a dual? at
Yeah.
least?
No,
Okay,
the
so
other one was right.
I got one correct.
The other one was right, but no, this is VGA still.
What? Yes, it's.
No.
Oh, you need a. I don't know why I thought you just needed.
I need CPU. Oh,
There's
wait,
no
I have
dual-
2 CPU.
Yeah. There's
So I
no
have
dual
2
CPU, cables.
and then yep, you're right. You're
Okay.
right. So we still needed that anyway.
You-
I just jumped the gun a little bit.
They do not let the CPU ones branch into 2. That would be pretty bad. I think. I could be wrong here. I'm pretty sure EPS, which is the CPU connectors, are good for like 300 watts max. But it's still better to spread that load out, especially if they have like multiple phases of VRM. So that's why you see higher end boards take 2 8-pins, or an 8 and a 4.
Or, triple eights.
If you're a Threadripper, yeah. Or a 9900K. Because Intel Power Joke,
I
get it?
saw an X299 board that had 3 8s CPU.
I mean, I've seen servers that take multiple.
Well, that's a serve.
Yeah. Well, for the fans.
Oh really?
Yeah, those fans, super high RPM server fans, like 80 mils,
Thomas,
they will draw 5 amps.
that-
Yeah, I see it. What RAM are you all using? We are using Corsair Vengeance LPS 3200. I
It is
believe
a dual 64 or dual 64, dual 32.
Yep. So the reason, some of our past builds have used like 2666 or 2800, but Ryzen in particular really does like faster RAM, and especially for the workloads that this computer is going to be used for, that little bit of extra speed could come in handy. So went with the 3200 megahertz kit there.
And we've officially moved to 3200 as the default speed because it just doesn't cost that.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good idea. I wonder who suggested that. Every now and then we give Chris a little nudge on some hardware choices.
It's just a scope.
Because I spend all day watching hardware videos on YouTube. No shame. There's no shame in that.
And now I'm just plugging things in.
That's pretty much what this is.
That is just going to be the rest of this build. Is just plugging in hard drives.
If you're
and
not
plugging
screwing
in.
something in, you're plugging something in. That's what I always say. And I'm just zip tying these cables to the tubes on the radiators here so they're nice and clean. Let me move that box. Oh, just in there. Good.
Where did I put the motherboard box? Aha!
Me and your
There it
kids.
is. I want the other straight.
Yeah, I used to think right angle SATA cables were like the best thing, but now I always find I want the straight ones.
Well, yeah, because most cases they don't do like the, 3 or 4 stack of hard drives anymore.
Yeah.
Where the 90 degree actually made sense, and you can kind of, kick them down and
Right.
over. Now it's all.
Well, it's also just getting, and I've seen this with more recent case releases. Less and less people are installing mechanical drives, or even
Yeah.
2.5-inch SSDs.
I mean, even you look at us and our builds. I mean,
We've
this
had
is the
some-
first one that we've done hard drives on in
a little while.
a long time.
They still definitely have their uses, but
Oh yeah, I mean,
especially
mass
for a
storage
gaming
especially.
computer, it's not uncommon now to see just an NVMe drive for your storage, and
Yep.
that's it. Because you can get a 1 terabyte for $100. It's maybe a tiny bit over.
Mhm.
So I mean, at that point, yeah, let's get that super fast 1 terabyte. Chuck all your games on and don't worry about it. Connor's destroying things.
Yeah, I'm just setting down the computer.
Shutting it down. Sean Connery. Shutting it down.
Yeah, it looks pretty nice.
What'd you say, Chris?
It looks nice.
Good.
Good.
It's our job.
I'm glad it looks nice. Actually, well, that's part of the job.
Of course. Now I pushed the cable grommet through. Darn it! I always hate doing that.
Actually, it's 639.
Yeah, Chris.
4x8 gigabyte mine for 12. Yeah, that's the same config I have, Thomas, except I use G-Skill Triton Z because it was on sale at the time. Also, it's RGB because that's important.
I actually just had to get a new RAM kit for that small extreme computer.
Yeah, you said something was wrong with the kit you got, or
Yeah, one of the 6 was dead. DOA.
thing.
But
That's pretty rare.
the bummer was I went and I waited too long and I finally bought it, but the only RAMs kit in stock that was RGB because I that entire build is just RGB.
Yeah.
Was the Trident Z.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that would get here in reasonable time. That was not like delivery day May 2nd through August.
Yep. Yeah. Sadly, right now with current world conditions, a lot of hardware is very hard to get a hold of. It's more of what they have as opposed to what you'd like.
Yeah.
So luckily, Chris has done a good job at getting hardware for all the builds. But if you just go on Amazon and look up like a 2070 Super, you're not gonna be spoiled for choice.
No.
You're gonna be going to eBay pretty quick.
Yep, eBay or local.
Yeah. But if you go local, you have to stay 6 feet apart.
You have to. Yeah. And then you're not abiding by the stay at home.
Even then, I'm really not trying to buy stuff off Facebook right now. Alright, there's another bag around here somewhere with radiator screws. I have to find it. I have many bags over here. Connor might have it actually.
What are you looking for?
It has rad screws for GPUs. It's got 4 screws and 4 washers in it. I think it's over there somewhere.
It is not over here.
Alright.
I do not have anything of that. I mean, are they the long ones?
No, short.
Oh no. I have the long boys.
I need the short boys. I have one of them. I pulled them both out, but let's see. Gotta leave them in the middle over here.
I'm now plugging in the wonderful little front panel connectors, and then hopefully plug in the 24 pin correctly, like I did not do last time. Well, it's plugged in. It just wasn't plugged in all the way.
Which is kind of important distinction. Let's see if I can find something here. There we go.
Just cable management is not the best content.
Well, it's better than what my content is right now. Because I have none. I'm looking for screws. I'm looking for screws right now, Connor.
This is true. You guys are just joining us. Welcome. This is the Tuesday afternoon, kind of, not really impromptu, but just
Extra.
Tuesday afternoon
It's a
extra.
bonus.
Yeah, it's the bonus live stream.
Yep.
This is Blenderizer, which I'll give you one guess what program it's using. Autodesk
Photoshop.
Maya. No. No, this is Blenderizer. If you are watching on YouTube, hello. If you're watching on Facebook, welcome. If you're watching on in the future, hi.
Is Corona over yet?
Please.
Is Corona over?
It's because is Corona over?
Okay, well, let's have to use the other ones. Make sure I got all the peels off these graphics cards. These take two 8-pin connectors, of course, because they are 2080 Ti's and they require a little bit of power to run.
Just a skosh.
Just a skosh.
Also, can you get the CPU cooler ready? Let me get a sec.
Yeah, it's pretty much ready.
Is it?
Yeah, I put the fans on it and everything. It just has to be
Installed.
melted.
That'll be interesting. How many cables come off that?
Yes.
Yes.
So 3 fans, and then off the USB one. Oh no, the fans it controls so fans. Motherboard, USB, and then the fans control the pump.
Yeah, I knew they controlled themselves. Uh-oh.
We're getting
We are on Wi-Fi because, like Andrew said earlier, there is construction.
we're getting 5% frame drop and 1400, 900 bit rate, 142 bit rate,
Yeah, it's probably.
600 bit rate.
Oh dang the. Oh no. Okay, it was like thermal paste. It's weird.
Oh yeah, did you switch out the plate?
No, is it not the correct one?
No, you gotta use the smaller one that you had earlier.
All right. As soon as I figure out what else comes off.
2100.
It just rotates.
23,000 bit rate.
Push it hard. What, Chris? Chris is just listing off numbers.
Tried to push 23,000 bit rate.
Hey, why not?
Are you sure? 23,000 KB.
23,000 KB.
Yeah, that's kilobit.
I know that's a lot.
23 megabit. That sounds about right for 2 streams, though.
We're also at 1.2% frame drop.
Well, I don't know why we're getting
Our normal-
frame drops. I wonder if it's Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's my suspicion.
Yeah, it's just weird. You just have to rotate it really.
Left or right, you think? Because I'm like,
Other way
I'm
then.
heaving on it.
No. You should just be like this.
I should have left the plastic thing on there.
Yeah. Actually, you can't leave it on there and then crank it over. It won't let you. I know.
EVGA, why you do this?
Why will you do this?
Okay, Connor might have to do this part.
Yeah, just sit in the middle. All right.
Clearly, I'm.
Look, it'll just literally be this.
Oh, okay. I think I was just.
I think you loosen it up. You got it. And then, yeah, there you go.
All right. Cool.
All right. So I'm gonna say it's time to install that then. Actually,
All right. Cool.
because are you on me? No, you're not.
And now.
Yes, hands. You don't see my head. It's okay.
The screws are with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
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 All it does that will be replacement screws.
This is our wonderful EVGA radiator and
EVGA CLC 360.
yeah, baby. Exactly.
Because 3950X, while it is relatively power efficient for the amount of cores, threads, and gigahertz it has, it's still gonna get hot. So you gotta cool it. Water cooling preferred.
Do you have the standoffs? Would be greatly helpful.
Standoffs.
You had that this screws into?
Are they not already in there?
No. Or the screws, the mounts. Yeah. There's
Oh, those weird
These.
post things, yeah. Well, does that need to clean up a little bit?
I will say, once you figure out the EVGA, you have the fans upside down.
No, they're supposed to be exhaust.
Pushing air up out the top.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I might just fix that later.
Right.
I mean, you
You're
have
welcome
to take the cooler off before you could go.
You're welcome to
Yeah.
go ahead and do that. I'll
Yeah,
just
I'll
install
just-
the GPUs.
Alright. Yeah.
Here, I'll set this back in the middle.
Okay.
I was like looking at it, I was like, you
I
know.
thought- and when I was pre-installing those, I thought so hard about which way they're gonna go.
So you ready to go back to Ed's room?
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, actually if you can.
We're just doing some swaps. Okay. So now you get to watch me uninstall and reinstall Noctua fans. Alright.
Uninstall and reinstall. Graphics cards are up here. Woo.
Yes.
Alright.
How are we gonna do that?
Hopefully those are correct.
Hopefully.
Who knows at this point?
I'm going to flip this around as it is on me now. Or as, well, never mind. I misspoke, but now, hey, it's on me.
Now it's on here.
Now it's on me. With these, is it the first or the second one that you remove?
It's not the top PCIe slots. The next one down you start at.
Oh, is the second one?
Second and third, yeah.
Yeah, it is. I just gotta make sure, because I
Yeah.
always forget which one's which.
Yeah. And the reason I know that is because I've done it wrong at least 6 times.
Well, there are some cases. There's one case that we worked in where you actually remove the top one. And I was like, this is like sacrilegious. You
Yeah.
don't do this.
I think, honestly, it might just be aesthetic. Because there's not a PCI slot above that top one.
Well, typically they use it for, because I know there is some motherboards that have a what is it? It's the
Like a 4X slot
Yeah.
up top.
above it.
Oh,
Those
there's-
fans good
I mean,
on the video cards?
Yes. Those are
yes,
intakes.
those are.
These
those are indeed good.
Not supposed to be intakes.
Like, what do you mean, Chris?
Are they good? Oh yeah, they're Noctuas. They're pretty good. Not as good as Light Loop for RGBness, but you know. Have a AORUS Gigabyte X570 Wi-Fi Pro ATX and Ryzen 3800. Yeah, that's a good combo. We use Gigabyte boards for pretty much all of our AMD builds right now.
Pretty much
As
all-
they're tried true and they're packed with features
Yeah.
for the price
Pretty
tag of them.
Yep.
All builds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also, at home, I use and I actually bought this independent of Top 5. Didn't think about it, but a Gigabyte X570. I think I have the AORUS Elite, I think it was. But yeah, Gigabyte, I had an issue with my last Asus board. And
I actually still have an Asus board right now.
yeah, you had the one I sold you.
No, I have another one. That's my other one.
Yeah. The board was actually dying very slowly, and it caused my PC to reboot like 3 to 4 times a day randomly.
You what?
Can it run Crisis? Dude, maybe. Have you seen the Crisis Remastered stuff that they posted?
No, I have not.
Oh, it's scary. So, like, Crisis 3 is still a super demanding game. And, but Crisis Remastered has, like, ray tracing and stuff added.
I just pulled out the fan filter.
When I had my GTX 970 years ago, I tried to run Crisis 3 on it, and it was like, it was not really having that. I'm used to be able to run things at 1080p, like pretty high settings, but
It was just like,
nah, man.
you know, no.
No. I think they're intentionally making it harder to run.
I just think it was unoptimized, and that was kind of just the
Maybe.
issue.
the original Crisis, at the time, nothing could run it at 60 FPS. Like, you just couldn't. Even with two of the best GPUs in SLI, which was... SLI was a better option back then, but...
Yeah, that was actually, you know, something that they expected
yeah,
consumers to do.
developers actually accounted for it in drivers.
9 minutes.
Yeah, no. Chris wants to try to get this stream done at 7, which is
Something about tacos, I don't know.
yeah, something about Taco Tuesday, Cinco de Mayo.
Oh wait, it's also Taco Tuesday, isn't it?
It is.
Taco Tuesday.
It's Taco
and
Tuesday, Cinco de Mayo,
And Revenge of the 5th.
and Revenge of the 5th.
Yeah. And you know what this Friday is, right, Chris?
Moving day.
It's called Andrew finally graduates from college. Just a little bit late. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
All good.
I mean, there's no like commencement or picture.
Yes,
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
No bit rate.
0 bit rate.
0 bit rate.
So are we just dead in the water?
Bit rate. 0 bit rate.
Yep, we are just dead in the water.
We're buffering on this one. Oh, it just came back in.
Oh, we're back. That's what we get for streaming on Wi-Fi.
Not even Wi-Fi 6.
No.
Which I just bought a wireless router for the apartment. Wi-Fi 6. Oh, it's buffering a lot. Yeah.
Wait, Wi-Fi 6?
Yeah, Wi-Fi 6.
What's that?
It's like faster Wi-Fi standard. I don't think I have any devices that support it, but the router will.
There you go.
I mean, like, you know, we can expect within the next generation or two with smartphones and stuff.
Right. I mean, with the whole 5G.
But it's Wi-Fi 6 can go up to like it's like 2,400 megabits, like way over gigabit.
Oh, jeez. So it's basically just future-proofing.
You're right.
Yeah.
Guys,
What?
we have no connection.
I don't know what you want me to do about it.
I don't know.
I mean, you can try a different Wi-Fi network. Do we have to pause?
That's what I would do.
Yeah, go ahead and just kick it on the mute all screen. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tuesday afternoon live stream of Blenderizer. We had a few issues. By a few, I mean YouTube just decided to say no. We actually don't know the issue. Somehow, for some reason, Facebook was still staying good live. So while Chris was dealing with the technical issues, I went ahead and installed the graphics cards, which are down over here, and the CPU block. And they're going to toss in the radiator now. And toss this on up. Got to feed the cables through the corresponding holes. Been trying to do it facing this way so you guys can relatively see, but we'll see how all this works out. So far, it's not looking too great. Because normally this is something we do with two people. One person can hold it, one person screws it on end, but we're just foregoing that now.
Just grow more arms.
Yeah, just grow more arms for the social distancing rules that we're trying to keep. Chris is giving me the I have no idea what's going on look.
Well, YouTube's still working.
All good.
And YouTube's working now, so.
And Facebook, it's still going on Facebook.
Alright, I'm going to try to do some awesomeness here. And hold this up and screw in two of the rad screws like magic. And this will be interesting to say the least. Oh.
This will be fun to watch.
Okay, I got one. Let me crank that down. And there's like the cable bulk up here.
Hey, at least there's no RGB cables.
This is true.
RGB like doubles the amount of cables.
No, magnetic screwdriver.
The Be Quiet has failed
So
you.
aggravating. The Be Quiet has failed.
I'll say your other screwdriver might be better for this. Unless
Got
you
it.
get if you have started.
Ooh, that was rough. That was very rough.
But now it's smooth sailing.
All right. Yeah, now it's just smooth sailing. Do you have the other? Awesome. Toss them in the middle. Alrighty.
Yep. I was ready.
So yeah, we want to apologize for the little technical difficulties. Again, we have absolutely no idea what went wrong, which is always the worst feeling in the world, because we don't know how to fix it.
I blame Wi-Fi.
I'm taking a wild guess and saying it's probably Wi-Fi related as well.
It might just be a bandwidth issue and Wi-Fi. Multi-streaming on Wi-Fi, dangerous game.
Yeah. Which hopefully will be solved once construction gets fulfilled and we actually have all the SATA ports and SATA ports.
Yeah,
Woo!
you need a SATA port for your internet.
We need all the SATA ports for internet. Once we get all the Ethernet ports all fixed and working back again.
Yep.
As basically our streaming setup is more or less in the middle of the room.
One of my pet peeves is when people's internet service goes out and they say, oh, the Wi-Fi's down.
The Wi-Fi's down.
The
Yeah.
Wi-Fi is not down. Your internet connection is down. I know it's being like technical and most people don't understand the difference, but I feel it's a pretty easy concept to understand.
Yeah.
Like that, the Wi-Fi is not your internet. It's just a access to your internet. It's another NIC. Oh well.
Rant over. I will get off my soapbox now.
Well, maybe.
All right. So, there's our radiator installed. We have very, very minimal clearance on these. The
But
GPUs,
it is clearance.
It is clearance. Are installed. I'm going to pass this cable. Uh-oh. I meant to pass this cable up and through, and I did not. Now I will suffer.
Also, I don't know if you saw, I plugged the USB one into the pump already.
Yeah, I just grabbed that cable
Okay.
and roped it on
Also, I think I see that thumb screw you're looking for.
up.
It's under your chair.
Is it?
I think so.
Will not surprise me. There we go. All right. So now you can see my head a little bit. Hey-o.
Until he hides behind the case.
Yeah, I'm not hiding behind the case anymore.
Andrew is still in.
I'm just chilling.
gosh,
It's
now I need to
like-
try to plug in cables underneath the graphics
I'm
card.
just sort of watching Connor struggle. As we mentioned, trying to keep that safe social distance right now. We can't really both work on the tower at the same time, so whereas usually he could be doing one thing on the tower and I'd be doing the other, kind of it ends up taking longer, much to Chris's dismay.
Yeah.
He's I think he has a special meal being cooked at home tonight, so he was really trying to get to that. Because it's Cinco de Mayo and Talking Tuesday. There's something about Star Trek, I don't know.
And something about Star Trek.
Yeah, Spock, something. I don't know.
Oh.
What's Spock's catchphrase?
May the force be with you.
No, I mean Spock's.
It's dangerous alone. Take this. To go take that.
Yeah, see.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Growing up as a child, I went to church every Sunday, so when I hear "May the Force be with you," I have a reflex to say "and also with you."
also with you.
It's terrible. I'd be a shitty Jedi.
There we
How's it looking, Connor?
go. Rough.
No, I meant the computer, not your life.
That's
Oh,
also
got him.
Oh,
Roasted.
food state. What?
No, it's going good. I just proceeded to
I see
uninstall the graphics
yeah,
card.
I see one of those hanging out.
as. No, this is actually the final position. Oh, you guys don't see it. See, it's fine.
Just
For you,
plug it into a riser. Here you go.
for you guys, it looks like the graphics card is. You may be able to see it down here, but it is. I had to take it out to access the USB 3 header and the USB 2.0 for the pump. But you also forgot to peel on the pump too.
I was leaving it there on purpose.
Yes, there
So
it goes.
someone in the future can discover it and be happy.
Working in that IT job, though, like there have been so many things that people came in and they're like, leave the plastic on, but the computer was overheating and they didn't know why. It was because the plastic was covering the fan shrouds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorites
that'll
I had, I worked at an IT call center for a while for a business, and one of my favorites was, laptop won't turn on. Okay, can you plug in the adapter? Well, I don't have it. It's at the office. Okay, is it charged?
I don't have it.
I don't know. When's the last time you charged it? Oh, like 3 or 4 days ago.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think that's why it won't turn on.
All right. So now, I'm going to cable manage.
Yeah, plug in those
For the next few minutes. And then we'll be done.
TM.
Yeah.
Until it doesn't post. Just kidding. It always posts first try.
Yeah. Until I, didn't plug the 24 pin in correctly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or all the way, I should say. It wasn't correct. It wasn't incorrect. It was just it wasn't all the way plugged in. And then we can test boot this, and we'll install Windows on stream, and then the stream will be
And all the drivers, Windows updates. We'll do a stress test,
yeah.
and then after that, we'll let Chris go home to his tacos.
All of that we typically do off. Well, we do off stream.
Yeah.
We Andrew.
Yeah.
All right. Plug in the 24 pin, which is going to be rough.
Just make sure it clicks.
Yeah.
Still kind of crazy. 24-pin standard hasn't changed in like 30 years. Like you can take a modern power supply and plug it in an old 486 PC.
Yep, you can.
It's crazy.
All right.
Although Intel wants to change it, but whatever.
Do they really?
Well, they have their 12VO standard, which they've been experimenting with.
True.
So the power supply would only supply 12 volts. And the reasoning for that is the components that traditionally needed 3.3 and 5 volts, mainly hard drives and things of that nature, they don't really need anymore. I think floppy drives are another one. But pretty much they have a standard that they're working on to make power supplies less bulky, mainly 24-pin, stuff like that.
I mean, I could see it. But,
Yeah.
Like, you're changing...
They just don't need those rails as much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And the components that do need it can do conversion on the board. So I think that's part of it is power supply. The motherboard could do some of that conversion. So yeah, Intel always out here making great strides in the future of power
And then charging
consumption.
you for it.
Yeah. I don't dislike Intel. I just prefer other unnamed processor companies.
But hey, now they're in the GPU market.
Hey, well, okay, so
I know.
it's a separate division, right? It's barely the same company. AMD Radeon Graphics is technically under AMD, but like also not really, not near the same team that did Ryzen. So,
Which is unfortunate
When
because
people
Ryzen's
say-
good.
yeah, when people say they want AMD Graphics to be the same thing that Ryzen did, like it's not even the same team. It's barely the same company. Like they just got to find their own way. Hopefully it'll be good. Because of some of the Ampere links that we've seen the past few weeks over RTX 3000 coming out, doesn't look great for AMD if any of those leaks are true.
Yeah, those are.
Although it's obviously very early leaks, so you can never
It's
tell.
all
for sure,
it's all
but
speculation, but they're still
I-
quite interesting.
I do know they're doubling down on the ray tracing cores in those cards. The 3060 has the same amount of, well, roughly speculation, the same amount of ray tracing cores that the 2080 Ti
Ti
has.
does. Yes, I did see that.
So like,
I mean, it's the exact same specs as the
Yeah.
2080 Ti.
if
So
you if you play ray tracing games, there you go.
they literally just took the 2080 Ti and was like, this is a 3060 card now.
Yeah. Wonder if that price will carry over.
I don't know.
All right, so our base card is now $1,200.
Yeah, I mean, if for some reason they come out and that's like a $400 card, that would be, astronomical.
Yeah, I was, I always have the upgrade itch, but I was like, if I buy a 2080 Ti now, and like 3 months from now they release the new cards, I'm gonna be mad. So,
You can upgrade to DDR5.
hey, graphics cards are on GDDR6.
Yeah.
Or HBM, HBM2 if you buy, basically, do Titans have HBM2 or just
What?
Quadros? Do Titans have HBM2?
Titans do not. The only Quadro that I think the only Quadro that has HBM2 is the
GV, yeah, GV100s, which are,
which is like a 10,000.
and they have like, is it 32 gigs of it?
32 gigs.
Yeah,
It's like a 500-bit bus. It's
512-bit bus. Yeah, I know the manufacturing cost of the cards, the memory is like a majority of the cost of manufacturing because it's very expensive to make HBM2.
Good, Connor?
Yep, we are good to go.
Alright, let's throw some panels on that. I
So-
will retrieve a power cable.
I will flip this around and hopefully get some sort of view for you all on this, and we shall see how all of this looks.
Yep.
Wasn't as good as last week's or on Fridays because we have more cables.
Still looks pretty good
But
though.
honestly, still looks pretty decent. We
You
just now
missed
had all
peels.
these.
There's peels on the front. It's fine.
What did I miss? Oh yeah, the front.
Yeah.
Wow, that was really bad. Why are they all separated?
It's like peeling off sunburn, you know?
There we go. All right.
We'll cast the power cable over to Connor's station so you can plug it in.
You guys see that? Yeah, you can see that now.
Yeah.
All right. So, boom, power switch. Lights dimmed. That's always a good sign.
Yeah, that's how the board get power.
Yep.
Flash LED.
And power button.
Lights dimmed
Lights
again.
dimmed again.
It's because they're all running off one power strip.
Yep. All right, and as you can see, the EVGA logos are now wonderfully lit up. I would tilt this computer and show you guys, but there's hard drives and no.
Yeah.
If it was just M.2s, then you'd be like, okay, great.
It's doing some memory training and other
Yep.
post-related activities right
So
now.
it'll be probably jumping back and front, or powering off here a few times. And the side panel is here.
This is gonna be a fun one to benchmark and stress test. Just saying.
Yeah.
even without NVLink, like the 3950X is just real nice.
All right, guys. So, do we have a postcode yet? Those codes. Oh well, they're blocked by the.
The if there's
GPU.
no red LEDs on the board, then it's posted.
Derek enjoys it.
Don't know. Can't see if there's any. There's too many GPUs.
That sounds like it posted.
That's a first world problem.
The
I
2080
can't see my
Ti's are in the
postcodes
box.
because I have too many GPUs.
It's like that. I can't carry all these. I can't carry all these 2080 Ti's.
Right. You can't carry all these. Yeah, exactly. All right. So we want to spend a moment and say thank you all for dealing with our troubling live stream. You know, we thought it was going to go well at first, and then
It didn't.
stuff hit the metaphorical oscillating device. Is that, I believe, the YouTube-friendly way to say that.
Defecation and also
Yes.
cooling device. Yeah.
But this has been Blenderizer, which is our bonus live stream on Cinco de Mayo, May the 5th be, no, Revenge of the 5th.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Got it
And
eventually.
Taco Tuesday. So we're going to head on to get some tacos in a very safe manner.
Yeah.
And if you guys would like to see any more of our troubling live streams, we only had one, which is on Fridays, but all the rest of them have been wonderful on you
We'll get back there.
on our YouTube. And if you want to hit subscribe right down, I believe there, underneath our logo down there, that would be awesome. And you can follow us for a few more builds that we have coming up, I believe, probably early next week, depending on parts coming in. Obviously, that's kind of up in the air as of now.
Yeah.
But probably next week. Again, look for it early in the week. And if you want updates on that and exact times, follow us on Facebook as well at Top Flight PC. And you can join our wonderful group there called the Top Flight Crew. If you want to talk about memes, talk about
Tech.
DDR5, all the new stuff. We also have a buy-sell group there if you want to look to kind of clean out your closet or maybe fill up your closet,
Oh, yeah.
depending. Anyway, guys, we want to say thank you and have a good night.